All right, let's dive into a book that has truly changed lives. Paulo Coelho's masterpiece, The Alchemist. We're going to unpack the three powerful rules for life that are hidden inside its pages, the very ones that have captivated millions of readers around the globe.
I mean, this book is a total global phenomenon, right? You've got everyone from presidents to movie stars reading it, but it's real magic. Its secret isn't just in the story of a shepherd boy. It's so much more than that. It's really an allegory, a kind of roadmap for anyone out there asking those big, tough questions like, what am I supposed to be doing with my life? Or how do I find real meaning?
So, the whole philosophy of the book, everything it's trying to say, is built around challenging this one single powerful idea. The old king in the story, Melchizedek, he calls it the world's greatest lie. And what is that lie? It's this belief that at some point we just lose control, that our lives are simply handed over to fate. That's it. That's the big lie.
And The Alchemist is basically a rebellion against that very idea. It screams from the pages that, no, you do have control. It offers a new path, a different way of looking at things. And that path is built on three, well, pretty simple but profound rules for living. And that's exactly what we're going to break down right now.
Okay, first up, rule number 1. This is arguably the most important one of all. It's all about discovering and then actually pursuing what the book calls your personal legend.
Now, the way Coelho frames this is really specific and honestly pretty cool. A personal legend, you see, it isn't just some vague goal or a nice dream you have. No, it's presented as your one true obligation in this life. It's that unique purpose the universe, or what the book calls the soul of the world, has laid out just for you and only you.
And we see this play out perfectly with the hero of the story, Santiago. I mean, think about it. He's a shepherd. His life is set. He's got comfort. He's got security. Everything is predictable. But there's this feeling, right? This emptiness. He keeps having this recurring dream about a treasure, and it just won't let him go. And he has to make a choice, a huge choice. Leave everything he knows, all that safety, and just go for it.
And this right here illustrates the exact choice so many of us face every day. It's that classic push and pull, isn't it? The comfort zone versus the personal legend. You know, this idea totally resonates with modern stuff like finding your ikigai or your why. And Coelho doesn't just show us Santiago. He gives us other characters too, like the baker who gave up his dream of travel for the security of his shop. The book's point is clear. A truly meaningful life, well, that's only found on the other side of that scary decision.
Okay, so let's say you do it. You commit to your personal legend. Now what? How in the world do you know where to go? Well, the story's second rule gives us the answer. You have to learn to read the universal language. This is probably one of the most famous ideas from the entire book, right? The idea that when you truly want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. But here's the catch. This help doesn't show up as some booming voice from the clouds. It's much more subtle. It comes through signs, through omens, through your own intuition, and through things we might just brush off as luck or a weird coincidence. Santiago's journey is just a masterclass in reading these signs. Picture this. He finally gets to Africa, full of hope, and bam, he's immediately robbed of every penny he has. I mean, talk about a catastrophic failure, right? You'd think, game over. But this obstacle, this supposed disaster, is what forces him to get a job at a crystal shop. And it's there that he learns these crucial lessons about patience and perseverance, skills he absolutely has to have for the rest of his journey. So what looked like a total dead end, it was actually the only path forward. So reading the signs is really all about reframing your perspective. It's kind of like that modern psychological idea of having a growth mindset. The key takeaway is that success is never, ever a straight line. What looks like a failure isn't a failure at all. It's just feedback from the universe. That obstacle in your way, it's not there to stop you. It's there to teach you something you absolutely need to know for the very next step of your journey. All right, this brings us to our final rule. And honestly, it might be the most challenging one of all. Because think about it. If the universe is really conspiring to help you, what could possibly get in your way? What could stop you from achieving your personal legend? Well, the book is crystal clear on this. It's not a lack of money. It's not bad luck. The true obstacle, the only thing that actually makes a dream impossible to achieve, is something inside of us. It's the fear of failure.
The alchemist himself says it best when he gives Santiago this really profound piece of advice. And this taps into such a deep human truth, doesn't it? The anxiety we feel before something happens, that fear of what might go wrong, that's almost always way more painful and damaging than the actual thing we're so afraid of.
And that is the key insight right there. The goal isn't to become fearless. That's impossible. Courage, as the book shows us so beautifully, is not the absence of fear. I mean, Santiago is scared plenty of times. Courage is feeling that fear, acknowledging it, and then taking that next step anyway. It's about understanding that the journey itself, the experience you gain along the way, is the real reward.
So let's fast forward. After following these 3 rules, chasing his personal legend, reading the signs, and choosing courage over fear, Santiago finally makes it. He reaches the pyramids. But what he finds there is not at all what he expected. So what was the real treasure? And here we get to the absolute heart of the entire book. The true alchemy, the real magic, was never about turning lead into actual gold. It was about the transformation of Santiago himself. The journey took this simple shepherd boy, and through all the trials and all the lessons, it turned him into someone who could understand the soul of the world. That was the transformation. Okay, so let's recap and bring it all home. The 3 essential rules for life from The Alchemist are: Number 1, you've got to follow your personal legend. That's your purpose. Number 2, you need to learn how to read the universal language. Those are the signs. And number 3, you have to act despite your fear, because that is the only true obstacle.
And the final, beautiful twist of the story, the great irony, is that the physical treasure, it was buried right back where Santiago started all along. But here's the thing. He had to go on the entire journey to gain the wisdom, the perspective, the eyes to be able to see it. And that's the book's greatest lesson, isn't it? The journey is what transforms you. It's what gives you the ability to see the treasure that's been with you this whole time. So that just leaves one question for all of us. What's your first step?